Hello, dear students. Let's go on a trip. So, what is the importance of a trip in education system? A trips can make your system or studies more interesting. It can change the way you look at things. It can add different perspectives. It can make your studies more interesting. It can also invoke the curiosity within you. It can make you more social. You'll interact with your friends. You'll feel a kind of adaptation happening inside you. You'll learn how to adapt. You'll learn how to uh, be more social and have a more lively conversation with your friends, teachers, or whoever is associated with it. You'll learn about new culture. You'll actually have a concrete image to your imagination. Whatever you have imagined, however you have uh, thought about it, will get a concrete image when you are actually going for a study tour. So these are some of the things that a study tour can actually help you with. Now moving on, let's see which place is known as the Garden of Indra. Lord Indra, you all know Lord Indra is the king of heaven. So if heaven is having a garden, how will it look like? How will it feel like? So let's visit his garden with this virtual tour. Being a teacher trainee, we know the importance of stages involved in a study tour. There are three stages involved in study tour: planning stage, preparation stage, and execution stage. All these stages, during the planning stage, we plan, we meet the students, we get to know their ideas, we discuss it with our fellow staff or fellow mates and get to know whether it's actually possible. Can we actually do this? And in preparation stage, we'll gather all this information, we'll uh, inquire about the ticket bookings, the transportation, all those things are done in the preparation stage. We get a rough idea about the how much money will be involved, how much will be the cost that we have to collect, and how much each student has to bear. And the next stage is the execution stage, where you actually execute this and see if it's happening in a nice and smooth way. So once these three stages are completed, you have a foolproof plan of what is going to happen during this study tour. So without much delay, let's move to the place where we want to go. That is Indra's garden, which is also known as the Valley of Flowers. It's situated in the state of Uttarakhand. It's near Chamoli village, and when we are traveling from Kerala, will have to take a flight from Cochin to Delhi. There in Delhi, our capital city, will stay for a night, and the hotel fares in Delhi is around rupees 450 or 500 rupees. You'll get it in that range. And from there, from Delhi to Haridwar, we have to travel via bus. And the cost of traveling from Delhi to Haridwar, when you are actually booking it from Red Bus or Janpat AC, which is actually the state-owned bus service, it will be around 500 rupees. And there in Haridwar, which is a holy place, you'll stay for a night, you'll take proper rest, and in the morning itself, you will travel to Joshimath. In Haridwar, the hotels are also having the same kind of fare, around 500 rupees per room. That is quite economical when considered to the high rate at other places. From Haridwar to Joshimath, which is about 280 kilometers, you'll have to travel by bus. And the bus fare will be around 450 rupees. From Joshimath to Govind Ghat, you will have to again travel by bus, which is about 20.6 kilometer, and the cost will be around 100 rupees per person. From Joshimath to Govind Ghat, the trip is very nice and you can see some amazing views while you are traveling by bus. From Govind Ghat to Gangaria, which is a distance of 14 kilometers, you'll have to hire a taxi. The taxi fare will be around 70 rupees per person. When you're actually staying in Gangaria, the hotel fare in Gangaria village is around 600 per day. But those are kind of dormitory rooms where 4 people can be accommodated. So let's see what happens in Valley of Flowers. Valley of Flowers is a beautiful place in Uttarakhand, and it is also known as the Indra's Garden. When you're actually going for the trekking in Valley of Flowers, the most preferable timing is from 7 a.m. to 12 in the noon. Why this timing? It's because around 5 p.m. you have to come back. It's a national park. You are not allowed to stay there at night time. So you have to come back by 5 p.m. So taking these rules into consideration, it is best that you start your trekking as early as possible. If you are going for the trek, I'll say you'll start at 7 a.m. itself. It's an 8-kilometer long valley with lots of amazing views. If you want to explore the maximum, then you have to start early. At the starting point of the trek itself, there is a place where you have to register. Registration will be then done, and you will have to get an entry pass. The cost of this entry pass and registration is rupees 150. During the trek, you are allowed to carry small cameras. Mobile cams are also allowed, but drones are not allowed in Valley of Flowers. One more important thing that you have to keep it in mind is that once you have entered the trekking site in Valley of Flowers, you won't find any cafes or restaurants where you can buy food. So if you want to have food while trekking, then you will have to get some packed food from Gangaria village itself. And one more request is that it's a very nice place, very beautiful place. Please don't spoil it by throwing the wrappers or plastic or the packed food item materials here and there. They are actually keeping hygienity as their top priority and not even allowing mule service over here. Then we should also respect that and try not to throw any kind of waste materials in Valley of Flowers. On the way to Valley of Flowers, you'll see many waterfalls, amazing views. Then there'll be a rich flora and fauna. Then one more thing is that if you are having a water bottle, just have one water bottle. The water in this place is so pure that you can actually refill your water bottle from one of the waterfalls and have it. So there is no need to carry lots of water bottles thinking that it's a 1 day long trek and you won't get enough water. You'll get plenty of water from waterfalls. If you are actually carrying one water bottle, that is more than enough. Another important thing while you are actually traveling through Valley of Flowers is that the weather keeps on changing. Suddenly it will start raining and you can't predict the weather in Valley of Flowers. So, two things that you should have is your umbrella and your raincoat. So, if you don't have that, ensure that you buy that in Gangaria itself before going for the trek. Towards the end or that farthermost region of Valley of Flowers, you will have an amazing place where there's a waterfall and a valley. So if you are going early, you can reach there and come back on time. If you are going like around 11 a.m. or 12 in noon, you won't be able to reach there and see those amazing views. So ensure that you start the trekking at 7 a.m. itself, explore maximum, see all those sites, flowers, so many different varieties, especially the Himalayan blue poppy is there, then Brahma Kamal is there. All these flowers are there, and it will be an amazing experience, and you will probably like this place. Hoping that after this pandemic is over, you guys all will go and actually visit Valley of Flowers. I conclude, and be safe, stay at home, ensure social distancing, and let's prevent corona and its spreading.